Hi, Anita is wonderful singing today. The concept about fretboard recognition, the reason why I ask is when we're moving do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do, the next kind of thing you and I would want to talk about is our modes that we know how to do. Do, re, mi, raised fourth. There's our Lydian, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, flat 7. There's our 3 modes, our Ionian, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ta, do. When we have those 3, those set the stage to be able to play those pretty much anywhere. So we could have our majors, minors, or our diminished after the top of that by playing through a key structure. If we play through C, C major, D Dorian, E Phrygian, F Lydian, G Mixolydian, A natural minor, our whole tone or our Locrian or diminished scales, and then our C again. We also can use a bunch of different like augmented chords if we're playing through a minor scale. We're going to talk about that later. For fretboard recognition, what we'd really... what I'd really like to do is have us nail out some of these positions. If we play a C major right here, we have 3 notes that are open. If I put my first finger where my 3 notes that were open are, and then bar these 3 right here, I would have an F major. It is my relative fourth from a C. 1, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1. It helps me to navigate by using a C major, an F major, a G major, and a C major in lieu of our C major, F major, G major, C major. That's the first step in understanding just seeing our intervals and seeing our inversions. The one thing I wanted to show is when we put a finger here where we were playing that C note, we can play out what looks like our A major shape. That's going to give us our C major. The note that I played down here is exactly the same as this note in unison, not an octave. So that's where I put my finger. And then when I play this, I'm going to play out the G shape, which gives me a C. Since that's where my whole row is on the G, I'm going to bar up that whole row where the G bass was, essentially giving me my 3 and my 5. My 1, 3, 5. Same as a G, 1, 3, 5. So when we move it up here, 1, 3, 5, and this one is the same as my C, meaning we're going to have our root on the bottom as well as on our E. So when we move this up to right here, the next thing I want to do is play that shape and put down a pinky, or we bar the whole thing and play with an F. I'm more comfortable playing this shape than I am playing a G and putting it on the pinky. Now we can, that works, but again, it's much easier to play a G shape than it is to put that pinky. Once again, C, C, we have our C, a C, the implied top note here, and then that's where my finger starts again to play the flat notes. Those are all the position shapes. That's for C. The next thing we would do is find D minor, and then we would work all of these D minors up. So we essentially are finding all the different inversions, right? For all these different notes. Now, the last time we did this, we played the C by playing that, or right here, frankly. If we move that up and we change this to a minor, because we're using the G shape, we get our D minor. That's the concept of using this scale to go up and down. So what I'd behoove you to do, or what would behoove you to do, is to pick 1 or 2 chords. Let's say when you have time to play, I don't know what your schedule is for playing, but if you play twice a week for 20 minutes, pick 2 notes each time. C and D the first week, E and F the next. Try both your majors, both your minors. C major and then C minor, when we work it up, works and feels a different way than anything else. Remember, your parallels are, when you play a C minor and you have your C here, that's the note onto which you're going to be throwing your next shape. If right here we worked our C major up and we add this to this, well then the next time we play that, our C minor must have this, and then remove that for there. Putting a pivot finger here and then playing the G minor shape this time rather than playing the G major is the difference between that third tonality, the mediant being either a major third or that minor third. Then the legwork is on you. If you follow this in suit, you will have a little bit better understanding of all these chords, all these individual notes. One of the last takeaways is when I play a C like this, I realize that my root note is up top. I've got a 5, a 1, and a 3. So anytime I move any shape up like this F, I know exactly where my F, A, and C are just by knowing I have a C here, an F here, and an A here. 5, 1, 3. The concept behind this is if I start playing 5 chords, I get rid of my 3, which means I always know where my 3rd is when playing this shape. Each shape has a different feeling, so associating where your 1, 3, 5 are is really where it's at. When we get into 7th chords, 9 chords, 13s like that, it just changes the process, but you see those on an individual note basis. I hope this helped out today. Try again, do it from a chord that you know, realizing that all these shapes are used with correlation of the other triads. We call it the cage system, as you know. This is just a more in-depth, hands-on idea on how to get there. Next time we see each other, we'll do a quick review on this and take it from there. It's good seeing you. Aloha.